Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Market Watch, your bi-weekly segment where we talk about the Digimon card game market. We are heading into the last official event of the year, the Bandai Regionals on December 10th. It'll be the last Bandai event, EX3 format, before 2023. I want to go over what cards you might want to consider for building decks that might help you win that tournament, and cards that are kind of expensive right now, but there's a reason I want to talk about them. Because we are entering into a dead season soon. So we'll cover that in a little bit. If you guys like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn the notification on the smash potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. In the Gallantmon market land, nothing too crazy. Things are pretty normal. Blitz Omni's over 10 bucks, and all the alternate arts are kind of above that, and everything else is as it should be. Normal. Alright, sounds good. One of the biggest decks you're going to want to talk about is the MetalGarurumon X deck. It's a very, 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 very big deck. And this is probably the most expensive card in the deck at lowest rarity. If you want to play this deck, you'll have to play this deck with 4 of these bad boys running you at 18 bucks a piece. Now, they did cool off from their buy spike a long time ago, but they are expensive. They aren't cheap. To include in the barrier of entry of this deck is the Garurumon promo card. The cheapest rarity of this card is 6 bucks. The one that came out in the gift box is like double or something like that. So grab it, place it for 24 bucks, and it's going down. If you want it for this tournament, otherwise just keep on waiting. Yeah, between this card, a playset of that, and a playset of this, you're at around 100 bucks. Like, the boss monster is nothing. And I think if you want to play Davis, it's like 5 bucks, 6 bucks. So nothing too crazy for this deck. Yes, it looks expensive because of these cards, but the rest of the deck, as you can see, is peanuts. And this is for the best deck in the format. So there you go. If you want to play the best deck of the format one more time, it's not very expensive. Let's talk about Bloomlord. Now, I'm bringing up decks on this Market Watch based off of the last weekend of Ultimate Cups, like the weekend where there were 2 Ultimate Cups. I'm bringing up decks that represent the top results of those events. Bloomlord did make the cut. It whiffed out the first Ultimate Cup, but then it started to gain traction, and now it's performing. But anyway, Bloomlord is one of the more expensive cards in the deck at 6 bucks per. You need 4 of those, so that can run you some money. Hydramon isn't really that much. 3-4 bucks going down. Nothing crazy there, right? Mimi is actually like the most expensive card in the deck, but you don't need a full 4 of it, right? You play as many as your heart desires. This is actually the cheapest rarity of Mimi, which is why I brought this one up. The rest of the Mimis are more expensive than this, but if you play 2, you're probably fine, right? But that's it for Bloomlord. The deck itself also isn't really expensive. Playing Digimon this meta, while some people might not like it, and while some people, might find it kind of boring, uneventful, whatever, you can't deny that a lot of the best decks of the format are pretty inexpensive. You don't need a lot of money to play Digimon this format. So that's kind of really cool. Now, Death Xmon, a staple card that some might consider as a one-of in some of these decks. And it is going down. It is going down, along with things like Magna Angemon, to head into our security control routes here. And it's going down as well. It's currently 30 bucks. That's not too bad. And if you want to talk about security control red options, well, you can play the Gallantmon if you want to. This is the cheapest version of the card at 18 bucks. It's up to you whether or not you want to do that or not. Venusmon is another card that's commonly played in security control at nothing. One of the best cards in the deck, in my opinion, is worth nothing. This also transitions us into Yellow Hybrid, which was seeing some results in the last couple Ultimate Cups. And like TK here, isn't that much money now. It's $7.50 for near mint. You know what I mean? That's not a lot of money. A playset of this is 30 bucks. You play a few Venusmons, you're at 40 bucks, and then Rapidmon. If you play Rapidmon in the deck, it's going up because people are realizing the card is good. But even at that, it's still like 4 or 5 bucks the card. You know what I mean? So nothing too crazy about Rapidmons. The hybrids are cheap. The Rise Gray cards are cheap. The rest of the Tamers pretty much are cheap. Play Death X, that's expensive, but like Yellow Hybrid coming in budget deck. If you want to play the Lotmon engine, no problem. It's super cheap. You know what I mean? You want to play Wyvern's Breath, you want to play Sunrise, you want to play freaking Leonakia, just that, you know what I'm talking about. Pretty cheap. Nothing too expensive in this deck, which is really cool. Now, I want to use this... Oh, sorry, I forgot one card. Forgot Patamon. Patamon, this is the cheapest Patamon. It's starting to see a little bit of an increase in price, how it gradually has. But it's $5. Again, you play 4 of it, you play like maybe 2 or 3 of this, and then you play your TKs. Like Yellow Hybrid, you can probably build for $100. Now, to transition into a topic, the rest of the decks we're talking about from this point on are kind of, yes, they're seeing play in the Ultimate Cups. Yes, they're capable of doing well in the format, as results have proven. But, like, they're not super great. The only thing now, going into the event and following the event, going into 2023, that will cause prices of cards to fluctuate will be hype cards. Future announced support that affects previously existing cards. Hype is a big factor of card games. It causes prices to, regulate based on news. Cards will usually explode and then taper out a little bit. That's kind of how hype works. Why am I bringing this up? Because this is, first of all, this is the last event before 2023. After this, you're only playing in locals, basically, or online, other online tournaments. No more Bandai events, unless it's a store championship, which again, not a big deal to locals. Everything is going to be gradually decreasing in price. So if you see some of these expensive cards, you know what I mean? A lot of them are going to either stay the same or they're going to slowly dip. People want to move money so they can buy people Christmas gifts as well. So people will be tempted to sell cards at a bit of a discount. Typically how holiday economics works, just to keep it really short and simple here. Why am I bringing this up? Because we have cards on the reverse end of things right now, like MetalGarurumon Ultras mode, that you need to play in WarGreymon X. A card, that is, as of like today, exploded. And as you can see, nobody's really buying into it. Well, this one guy bought into it, and this guy bought into it, and for the most part, no one else is really buying into it. People are a little bit smarter than that. Why is this card exploding exactly? Because of hype. Because WarGreymon X is always a good card to play. This card also has applications in any deck that has Greymon top end or Omnimon top end. I don't know if you guys have read the EX3 cards, but like there's some of that in there, you know what I mean? So while you can play a deck like this, right now, you can also consider this impacting potential EX3 and beyond meta, because let's be real, Greymon Omnimon support is not going anywhere in this card game. So I just want everyone to be aware that as we continue on this market watch, things might look expensive right now, but unless something else causes an imbalance to the card's price, as in hype, things will be gradually declining because there'll be no big reason to be playing Digimon until the new year, until new events are announced. Alright? So, let's transition us into Wargrey X. A fun little rogue deck that you can play that it can kind of do well in this metagame. If you want to play this Greymon, it'll run you $20. You don't need a full playset, fortunately, usually. The WarGreymon here from BT1 has been going up in price, but this is a $10, $11 card. Lowest rarity for the card. Not really that bad. And Agumon, of course, is not really that bad. You want this Agumon in your current iteration of WarGreymon X to give you that plus 2,000 boost while you're a Greymon card. It is a promo. This is the cheapest version of the promo. Again, this was one of the promos released in the gift boxes, so that one has a higher price point in terms of budget standpoint. Cheapest one. So like, you look at cards like this, and Tai Kamiya as well. You might want to play Tai Kamiya. It's a $20 card, fluctuating a lot. WarGreymon X, one of the most expensive decks of the format, as of currently. We've seen this before. I believe red OTK decks have a niche in this metagame. They can dominate the meta because they do play things that can counter the meta, like Gaia Force and Crimson Blaze. So like, a red OTK deck can come out of nowhere and slap you in the face. It can do that. We've seen it before, and we will see it again. Lucemon Chaos Mode is a $30 card. I'm bringing this up because of Mastamon. We already covered the Magnangemon, and we saw Zord defeat in the Omnimon section. Mastamon isn't a cheap deck to play. If you can play it perfectly, you will see good results, unless you're running into Crimson Blaze all day. But if not, you'll be well blessed. Just keep in mind that it is expensive and it is not easy to play. Examon here is dipping. It's with shipping 38 and 39.40. We're seeing some much cheaper listings. The disparity between this version of the card and the alternate art is that gap is starting to widen a little bit. I'm not expecting Examon to see any top results, and I personally would stay away from this card. This will have the cool off towards the holiday season for sure. Alrighty. Someone in my chat wanted me to cover alternate art Gallantmon. It is going up, and this is because of BT12. There's no other explanation for it. It's just hype. The card is good in that, and yeah, it's hard to find. But there's many variations of this card. There's the original art of the BT1 Gallant, and there's the freaking Store Championship one. You know what I mean? You don't have to play this version of Gallantmon if you don't want to, but you might want to pick up some copies. Maybe not this copy. This seems to be going through a hype burst right now. If you want to play Gallantmon today, you also need to deal with Crimson Mode. Crimson Mode is expensive, but headed towards the down. A card you want to get for BT12 for sure, though. We have the original Gallantmon here at a nice chill $10. You play this Gallantmon if you want to. It's not mandatory. This Gallantmon X antibody is $5. You do have to play this Gallantmon, in my opinion. You can't play Gallantmon anymore without it. People know that the price is going up. And this card will see play still in BT12. You might want to make sure you have your copies or hold off for that holiday burnout. Judge Pack 2 cards are on the market, such as Digimon, the starter deck 7 one that gives you plus 2,000 when it's deleted. Just like the original Judge Pack cards, stay away from these cards. We've chronicalized and seen how the original Judge Pack cards fell over time. These ones will do the same. Do not touch this card or any other Judge Pack 2 cards right now. Crimson Blaze continues to be a good card. You can play this format, and it's tapering off a little bit. But it is a $2 uncommon, basically. Not bad. Pick up a couple for a few bucks. Not a big deal. And last but not least, Machinedramon. Someone wanted me to cover this. It's going down. It'll continue to go down. Don't buy into it. That's it for this Monday's Market Watch. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Did I cover a lot of good cards that you guys wanted to see, or did I miss anything really important? Let me know, guys, and we'll see you later. Bye!